I got that California.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Welfare Fish, and today we're here on Overwatch. We're going to be doing a different kind of content, different kind of video today. Basically, to put it short and simple, I am bringing back story time to my channel. I used to do content like this back when I still made Destiny 1 videos, so, I mean, the last story time I can think of, like, that I specifically called a story time was probably about, like, 11 months ago, back when I made a bunch of Destiny stuff. But yeah, so as you can tell, it's been a while since I've made any kind of storytime content, and it's also because back then on my channel, most of my videos were kind of like these storytime format where I would kind of tell a interesting or like funny real life story with some gameplay in the background. So I always never put out regular content because I was afraid I was going to run out of stories, which sounds kind of stupid, but I mean, there's only so many funny or interesting things that can happen in one man's life. I mean, come on now. So that's why back when I used to make Destiny 1 videos and stuff, those videos would never really be super frequent on like an every other day kind of schedule or anything like that, just because I was afraid to run out of stories and I didn't really have another outlet or any ideas of content. But now I'm not really as afraid to bring them back because I know what I have so many different kinds of content on the channel. And yeah, so story times are going to be coming back. I'm not sure how frequent. If you guys like them, I can definitely do a lot more of them. But like I said, they're not going to be like an every other day kind of thing that I now only upload for the next like 6 months. So yeah, story times, like I've already said, are real life story with some gameplay in the background. So let's get right into it though. Today's gameplay is 2 games of quick play of me playing Hanzo. They're kind of trimmed up just to kind of include more of the actual gameplay parts. As you tell, one game's on Volskaya, as you guys have seen a minute of it already, and the next kind of piece of gameplay is on Temple. Obviously, I am playing Hanzo in this gameplay and in the other gameplay as well. And I just want to quickly put out a disclaimer, guys. I do not claim to be the best Hanzo in the world, or like a pro Hanzo, or a pro player, or anything like that. So I just want to put out this gameplay is gameplay that I enjoyed getting and capturing, and I know it's not the best in the world, even by my standards. But so yeah, I never claim to be anywhere close to these. Hopefully, I can talk throughout this video. Anywhere close to a pro player, anything like that. But either way, I hope you guys can still appreciate the gameplay in the background, and of me playing Hanzo, who you guys know I enjoy playing. So yeah. But today's story relates to one of my old videos that was put out at least 11 months ago, I believe, at the time of making this video, called Making a Cardboard Boat. Because, and it relates because both today's story and this story in that video happened in the same week with the same group of people and the same group of friends. And so if you haven't seen the Making a Cardboard Boat video, I will link it down in the description below, as well. It'll probably be on the screen towards the end of the video for you to click on and watch as well. But be prepared, because back then my videos were a little bit rough around the edges just because of the way I was making content, and I wasn't really fully committed to like trying to do YouTube as like a full-time like thing. Not even a full-time, but just like as a actual interest, you know what I mean? I was just kind of doing it whenever I felt like it, to kind of put it simply. But for those of you who haven't seen the Cardboard Boat video, or haven't seen it in a while or whatever, I'm just going to kind of give some background to what's been going on, or like what is like the background of the story. There you go. Good job, Fish. But today's story takes place about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't really know at the point. It's been a while. It could be 3 years. It could be 2. Somewhere in that range. I feel like it's closer to 3 though. But basically, I'm with my friends Hank, Luke, and Beto, or as you guys know, Beto, Skirtle Turtle. And during this week of scout camp, it was like a week-long scout camp, and that's where this all took place. I was like the main overall head dude in charge of like 45, give or take, kids that were there with my troop. And I was always kind of in charge of them, making sure they got up and we were all ready to go for like presenting ourselves before we went to breakfast and stuff like that throughout this whole week. And so part of my kind of schedule, or like my duties, consisted of me having to make sure at night that all the scouts were in their tents, in their bunks, or wherever we were, or wherever they were, like, you know, making sure that they were ready to go and they were like going to sleep for the next day, because we had like this lights out at 11 policy. So like at the camp, so I had to make sure everybody was ready to go for the next day. And yeah, so as I'm going around doing my like nightly checks to make sure everybody's ready for the day, I get to this like chunk of tents, and there's no one in there. And so give or take, I'm missing about like 10 to like 12 scouts, and they're just kind of missing. They aren't in camp anywhere, like in our like campsite. They aren't in their tents. They aren't in anybody else's tents, because I just checked everybody else's tents, and they're just kind of missing. So basically, I decided to take me, Hank, Luke, and Beto, as I was saying, and we kind of went out on almost like a little bit of a hunt, or a little bit like an adventure, to try to find these kids. And so it's like the 4 of us, and me being me, and I was kind of like all up in the moment. I didn't really think to tell anyone we were going, so I kind of just, you know, took all like the youth leadership of like me and Hank and Luke and Beto that were all kind of like in charge, and we just kind of left. Like, I forgot to tell an adult, stuff like that, like, so I could actually like officially take care of that situation, because I don't want to get like in trouble, and I know nobody else did. So I kind of just like, we went out on our own at like right before it lights out to try and find these kids, because we didn't want 12 missing scouts overnight or anything like that. Lucky for us, the first place we check is the trading post, because what scout wouldn't go up there to like, oh, buy a soda from the vending machine or anything like that, especially like late at night. They just want to be that kind of rebel or whatever. Which I know it sounds kind of stupid, but like, it's just where everybody hung out. And lucky for us, that's where all of like the 10 to 12 missing scouts that I needed to find were. Like, and so it was kind of lucky for us. So I kind of like took a roll call. I was like, all right, guys, we're going back to camp. You guys almost got me like in trouble, and you guys almost all got in trouble, and I don't want to do this again. Let's go back to camp. We went back to camp, and mind you, I was a lot more angry and like worried then than I am now. Like, looking back on it, it's just kind of like one of those funny things. It's like, why are you guys here and not where you're supposed to be? One of those kind of things. So we take all those people and we go back to camp. And I'm like, all right, guys, get in your tents. Like, you know, I don't want to deal with this. It's already past like lights out time. I don't want some camp official to come down and be like, oh, you guys are doing like all the like the kitchen like duties tomorrow, something like that. You know what I mean? I don't want any like more extra responsibility than I already have. And so I'm like, all right, everybody, go to sleep. I'm done. Like, you guys are all here now. Go to sleep. And as I'm walking back to my tent, I kind of like hear that I walk like past the like front of the campsite, and there's just some kid chilling there, and like, he's not part of like our troop or like my group of kids that I'm supposed to watch. And he's just like, I'm lost. Can you help me get back to my campsite? Like, I'm pretty sure those were like his exact words. And so I'm like, wait a minute, you're not like part of the troop. Like, what's going on here? And he's like, no, my campsite's like Kawana, like it's like all the way on the other side of like camp or something like that, and I'm kind of lost and I don't know how to get back. And so we're like, oh crap, we stole someone's scout. Like, oh no. And so me and everybody that I've already listed, like Luke and Hank and Beto, we all go on this big like across camp like trip to bring this kid back to his campsite, because none of us wanted to go alone in the freaking pitch black because it was very dark. But also none of us were smart enough to grab any flashlight or anything like that. Except, lucky for us, Luke had his phone on him and his phone had a flashlight, so we kind of were okay, because we could see somewhat. But mind you, that's like 5 of us sharing one light, because nobody else had anything else. And it's pitch black. We're hearing all these noises, this rustling, like even just like the wind was super freaky, because you can't see anything to the side of you, and you're just kind of like trying to get from point A to point B, because we just wanted to get back to our tents and like go to sleep. We were tired. And unfortunately for us, one of us, you know, like Luke goes and he's walking along with his phone and he hits like a ditch, and his phone flies out of his hand, and that was like our only light source. So we then had to spend like a good 10-15 minutes looking for his phone, because it fell in this like big old pile of like leaves and dirt and stuff. And so we did some digging around like with our feet, with our hands, and lucky for us, after digging around in the pitch black for like a decent amount of time, we finally found his phone, so we could see again. And let me tell you, that whole time when we didn't have a phone or any light source was scary as hell. I'm just gonna say it, man. I was scared, alright? Me from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that was some scary stuff. Couldn't see. Like, if someone else like came out of the woods or something, like if some scary monster, I would have like pushed Beto, like he would have been gone. Like, I would have just given him up, like sacrifice. It would have happened. But we get Luke's phone, we keep walking along, and you know, we're just walking. Luckily, we finally get this kid back to his campsite, and like, we're just like, all right, fine, go to your troop. And everybody's like, oh, thank you. And we're like, yeah, you know, we didn't want to do this anyway. Maybe you shouldn't leave your scout up at the like trading post, or like you shouldn't just leave him alone next time. All right, cool. There's a buddy system for a reason, like that kind of thing. And we're really kind of upset about it. We're like, oh crap, like no, I don't want to deal with people. So we start walking back, and as we walk back, Luke's phone, I'm pretty sure it like died, and so we had no light source, and we're like still like a very large amount to walk to get back to our campsite and finally go to sleep. And we had no light source. So, like, we were in completely pitch black, like stumbling along step by step, trying to get back to the campsite. And luckily we finally made it. We survived. We got to bed. We went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and we're like, that all just happened? Did we just kind of like rescue a kid in the pitch black? And we're like, hey man, don't worry, we'll get you back safe. And yeah, we were like, oh yeah, it all happened. It was a scary time. Pitch black, like in the woods, is scary when everybody's asleep and there's no noise going on. Like, it's a scary time, you know, it's just how it is. And yeah, that's kind of basically how, in a way, I rescued a kid and sent him back to camp in the pitch black. It was a spooky time, it was a funny time, interesting time. Looking back on it now, it was like, oh, well, this happened, alright, cool. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more story content like this or any of the other content on my channel. But yeah, I've been WolferFish, guys. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you guys want more story times, don't forget to like the video like I said, and leave a comment down below. And right now on screen are going to be popping up, right now, geez, Fish, please talk and do your outro. Right now on the screen is going to be popping up the making a cardboard boat video like I talked about in the beginning, as well as what the latest video on the channel, just another day in competitive. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, I've been Welfare Fish, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Take care, and goodbye.